Hey, good Friday morning to you. On the phone line from the Shelton School District, Dr. Alex Apostle. How you doing, sir?
Very good, Jeff. Thank you.
We are moving into a weekend and into a couple of months that could bring a lot of unknown here. I know we've heard from the governor, and there could be some new orders come down. These coronavirus numbers are just getting really out of control, and I know you've been working close with Dr. Stein of the health department and the other supers around the community, as well as your other teachers and staff and everybody at the Shelton School District. What are you hearing? What's the latest?
Well, I'm hearing the same things you're hearing, and it's kind of disappointing, depressing to know that the virus is continuing on its march to higher numbers and impacting people's lives. At the board meeting on Tuesday, I indicated, after careful thought, that if everything went right, and we are basing this on numerous factors, that we would begin bringing back our preschool, kindergarten, and first grade starting January 25th. That's Monday, January 25th. But I stress the fact that it would be dependent on the virus and dependent on the health department's recommendation, along with our school board, and how things were going in respect to the repercussions from the flu season, the winter and fall flu season, and of course the holidays, and a number of things that would come into play in terms of that Monday, January 25th date. At the time I made the report to the board on Tuesday at 6 p.m., I knew that the number per 100,000 in Mason County stood at about between 103 and 105 per 100,000, which is not good. But I did say that this January 25th date is very flexible. If things got better, we could move it sooner to start school. If it got worse, we would move it back. So we're monitoring that very, very closely. I have a meeting on November 19th with Dr. Stein and other superintendents. I'm listening intently to any information from the governor and so on. So it's a very complex issue. But again, the safety of our staff and our students and our families is, again, number one priority, and that won't change.
I mean, how do you even think about planning for the rest of the year, knowing just how unknown this all is?
Well, what I'm going to be communicating in an email to all staff and to the community probably tomorrow is I'm going to discuss how we arrived at the decision of making January 25th the first day that we come back. I'm going to explain that the best thing that we could do right now is continue to embrace online learning. And I know it's very challenging and difficult for staff, for students, and for families. But we need to embrace online learning as much as possible, because we may be in a situation, if things don't get better and they get worse, that this is the way we will continue throughout the year. We are currently dealing with students that have special circumstances in small groups in all of our schools. If things improve, we would increase those small groups on our way to Monday, January 25th. But the only thing I can say right now is that we just need to keep getting better and better and better in terms of our distant learning program. And I believe strongly that we are, because that could be the way it is between now and the end of the year.
Wow. Wow. Dr. Alex Apostle on the phone line again. And it's just got to be really hard for you to see this kind of unfold. You're in the level of the conversations with the health department, and you get these raw numbers. And for those who may not understand, 103 out of 100,000, that is a high number. It doesn't necessarily sound like it, but the percentages that the scientists look at, that is a very large number and kind of concerning.
Yes, and see, the other factor, I must say, Jeff, and I mentioned this at the board meeting when I presented, is we have over a 150 staff member that live outside of Mason County in counties where the virus is exploding. Pierce County, for example, we have teachers coming from Tacoma and other areas in Pierce County. We, of course, have teachers and staff in Thurston County where those numbers are high. And so all of that needs to be taken into account along with the other factors that I've mentioned this morning. So it's not easy, and we want to do the very best for our students. And so therefore, I would err on the making sure that our students are safe and our staff is safe.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do anything that would disrupt that priority in any fashion. And we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that people use restraint during the holidays, and I hope the flu season treats us well. But those are things that we're going to be monitoring very closely every day.
I was actually, you bring that up, I was talking with my cousins who are teachers down in Oregon City, and in their school district, there's a lot of folks that live as well outside of that district, outside of that county. And down there, the numbers are tied to the counties that people live in the outskirts on. So even if the school district was doing okay with the numbers, the county where the teachers are coming in from, if they're high, then that's an issue as well. Wow.
Well, it's a consideration in terms of any decisions that are being made to bring back students face to face. And so, again, we're not the only district that has this issue. The larger school systems, they've got people coming from all over into their district to work.
Yeah.
So again, we're not alone, but sometimes it feels like you're alone in all of this. But I've got a great school board. The health department's been wonderful, and it's going to take a team effort to make a decision beyond the 25th of January, or it may let up and we start earlier. But we only have 14 days of school in December, and we're right about the same place for the rest of November with the holidays and everything. So the board was very supportive in terms of creating a very fluid date on Monday, January 25th to begin bringing back our students, but they also know things can change quickly, and we will continue to stay in contact and constant communication to make the best decision possible for our kids, for our teachers, and for our families.
Dr. Alex Apostle from the Shelton School District here on the phone line this morning. Thank you, sir. Have a good day, weekend, and be well.
Thank you, Jeff.